strangest places where people actually live. There are amazing locations all over the world where people have adapted their way of life to unusual and frequently difficult surroundings. Every place narrates a tale of how locals have embraced their environment to create dynamic, fascinating, and inspiring cultures and lifestyles. In this video, we will highlight some of the strangest places where people actually live. Number 7. Coober Pedy, Australia. A small but fascinating town known as the opal capital of the world, Coober Pedy is situated in South Australia's arid outback. Established in the early 1900s following the discovery of opals, this isolated community has grown to be a remarkable illustration of how people can adapt to harsh environmental circumstances. The area sees intense summer heat waves that can reach temperatures above 40 degrees Celsius, forcing many locals to take cover underground. Living in dugouts, houses carved out of the soft sandstone hills surrounding Coober Pedy are about half of the town's residents. These underground homes keep a steady, comfortable temperature, which makes them perfect for habitation in such a severe environment. Beyond homes, the subterranean lifestyle includes businesses, churches, and even hotels that foster a distinct sense of community. The Umuna Opal Mine and the Serbian Orthodox Church are two attractions that allow visitors to experience the town's rich history and culture. In addition to shielding its occupants from the weather, Coober Pedy's distinctive architecture promotes a feeling of community among those who share this uncommon way of life. Number 6. Manshiyat Naser, Egypt. Manshiyat Naser, also known as Garbage City, is an unofficial community outside of Cairo, Egypt. The Zabbaleen, a group of waste collectors in this region, have created a creative and sustainable way of life that revolves around recycling and waste management. The Zabbaleen gather rubbish from Cairo's homes and transport it back to their community, where they carefully sort it to separate recyclables from organic waste. With an astounding recycling rate of approximately 85%, this community has demonstrated remarkable proficiency in recycling, which drastically lowers landfill waste and promotes environmental sustainability. The Zabbaleen have created a thriving community with schools, churches, and social services that meet their needs, despite having to live among mountains of trash. The residents take pride in their work and their ability to turn waste into resources, showcasing resilience in the face of adversity. Manshiyat Naser is a fascinating place for people interested in social issues and urban ecology because it also has eye-catching murals and artwork that showcase the spirit and creativity of the neighborhood. By interacting with locals and learning about their everyday lives, visitors can get a better understanding of how this community manages to survive in spite of difficult circumstances. Number 5. Sentinel de las Bodegas, Spain. Known for its unusual architecture, which features homes built right into massive rock overhangs, Sentinel de las Bodegas is a charming village in Andalusia of southern Spain. Whitewashed houses blend in perfectly with the towering cliffs, creating a stunning visual landscape that is enhanced by this unique construction method that also offers natural insulation. A fairy tale-like scene is presented to guests as they meander through the village's tiny lanes that wind between these rock formations. There are Roman ruins strewn all over the place, adding to Sentinel's fascinating history. Many historical sites can be found in the town, such as old churches and typical Andalusian plazas that honor the region's rich cultural legacy. Another highlight is the regional food. Sentinel is well known for its mouth-watering tapas, which are made with fresh ingredients from surrounding farms. For those looking for a genuine cultural experience, Sentinel de las Bodegas is a must-visit location because of its breathtaking natural beauty, extensive history, and distinctive way of life. Everyone who visits is captivated by the entrancing atmosphere created by the peaceful coexistence of human habitation with nature. Number 4. Floating villages of Tonle Sap, Cambodia. The Cambodian floating villages on Tonle Sap Lake are an amazing example of how creatively people can adapt to seasonal flooding. These neighborhoods are made up of homes raised on stilts or floating platforms that fluctuate in elevation throughout the year in response to the lake's water levels. These floating villages are completely submerged during the rainy season, when water levels can rise sharply by several meters. On the other hand, they are elevated above water during the dry season. The main sources of income for the locals are fishing and aquaculture. Many families raise fish on their property or sell fish that is caught right out of the lake. These floating villages are teeming with life. Brightly colored boats transport people around, and bustling markets float by offering goods and fresh produce. Additionally, schools are located on floating platforms, where kids can learn in this distinctive setting. Residents who depend on one another for assistance and cooperation in their daily lives develop a strong sense of community as a result of living on the water. By engaging in traditional fishing activities or dining on meals prepared by locals who take great pleasure in sharing their heritage with visitors, tourists can get a first-hand look at local culture while visiting these floating villages. Number 3. Whittier, Alaska. The harsh weather and remote location of Whittier, a small town in Alaska's Prince William Sound, set apart from the rest of the state. Whittier has created a distinctive living arrangement centered around Begich Towers, a multi-story building that houses almost all residents under one roof in response to its harsh winters, which are characterized by heavy snowfall and extended periods of darkness. This building houses apartments in addition to basic services like a small school, post office, and grocery store, forming a self-sufficient community in this isolated area. While encouraging a sense of community among residents who share common facilities, the design makes effective use of available space. Living in Whittier means adjusting to erratic weather patterns and restricted access to resources, especially in the winter when travel can be difficult owing to snow or ice conditions. Whittier has breathtaking views of the surrounding mountains and glaciers and is blessed with exceptional natural beauty despite these challenges. Local celebrations of life in this unique setting, which highlight resiliency in the face of adversity, are a great way to witness the close-knit community spirit. Number 2. Matmata, Tunisia. Matmata is well known for its troglodyte dwellings, which are distinctive houses carved out of the ground that offer cool living areas in the scorching desert climate of Tunisia. In order to avoid the oppressive heat above ground, Berber families started digging underground homes centuries ago, which is when this age-old custom began. These subterranean buildings are frequently arranged around open courtyards, which let in natural light and ventilation while keeping the interior temperature comfortable. The intricate designs of the troglodyte homes, which reflect local culture and craftsmanship, preserve their traditional charm despite being furnished with basic amenities. Visitors to Matmata are excited to explore its unique architecture and gain first-hand knowledge of Berber customs. They can stay in traditional guest houses carved out of the ground or savor regional cuisine prepared by locals who take great pride in sharing their heritage with visitors. Because of its rich cultural diversity and historical significance, Matmata is a fascinating place to visit for anyone looking to learn about unusual living situations and how people have changed their way of life over time. Number 1. Longyearbyen, Svalbard. In Norway's Arctic region on the Svalbard archipelago sits Longyearbyen, one of the planet's northernmost inhabited settlements. This remote town is subject to extreme polar conditions, with long winters with few daylight hours. Sunset may be absent for several months, and short summers with long daylight hours. Midnight sun. Significant adaptation is needed to survive here. People have to plan for inclement weather and figure out how to go about their everyday lives in both constant light and dark periods. Notwithstanding these difficulties, Longyearbyen has grown into a thriving community with schools, stores, eateries, cultural activities like music festivals or art exhibits, and outdoor pursuits like dog sledding and skiing. This allows the residents to fully appreciate their unique surroundings while still having access to modern conveniences despite being cut off from the rest of Norway. Strong social ties are formed within this resilient community, committed to maintaining its culture in the face of adversity, thanks to the town's isolation, which encourages camaraderie among residents who depend on one another for support during long winters when travel options may be limited due to snow or ice conditions. These places offer fascinating insights into how people adapt their way of life to some of the most peculiar settings on Earth, forming thriving communities that are resilient to environmental challenges and full of culture. If you liked our video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel.